Principle 8. Never let yourself be saddened by a separation. Separation is unavoidable. People leave, paths diverge, roles end, life rearranges itself without asking permission. Most suffering around separation does not come from loss itself, but from resistance to impermanence. Musashi accepted separation as a natural movement of life, not something to dramatize, not something to cling against. To be saddened by separation is to assume permanence was owed. It never was. This principle is not about emotional coldness, it is about realism. Attachment creates the illusion that something should last forever. Separation exposes that illusion, and when the illusion collapses, sadness follows. Musashi trained himself to see relationships, positions, and circumstances as temporary by nature, to appreciate them fully without demanding they remain. A warrior who cannot accept separation hesitates to move forward. They linger mentally in places they have already left. That lingering weakens presence. This applies not only to people, but to identities, former roles, past versions of yourself, stages of life. Holding on to them creates unnecessary grief. Musashi lived a life of constant movement. Teachers came and went, opponents appeared and disappeared, shelter changed, companionship faded. Rather than resisting this, he adapted to it. He understood that separation clears space, space for refinement, space for learning, space for new encounters. Sadness often arises from framing separation as failure. A friendship that ends feels wasted. A phase that closes feels incomplete. But nothing is wasted. Every connection leaves residue. Skills learned, perspective gained, limits revealed. Once that value is absorbed, clinging becomes unnecessary. Musashi did not mourn separation because he did not build his identity on external attachments. His foundation was internal. When your stability depends on others remaining, loss becomes destabilizing. When your stability comes from within, separation becomes a transition, not a collapse. Modern culture struggles with this. We romanticize permanence. We idealize endless connection. We equate separation with abandonment. This intensifies suffering. Musashi offers a simpler lens. Everything that arrives will leave. This is not tragic, it is functional. Accepting this reduces fear. You stop gripping experiences tightly. You stop fearing endings prematurely. You engage more honestly, because you are no longer trying to freeze time. This principle teaches emotional maturity, to care without possession, to value without dependence, to move on without bitterness. Separation does not diminish what was shared, it simply marks its completion. When you stop resisting endings, beginnings appear naturally, and the way continues, uninterrupted.